Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to you with another video lecture of the subject modern novel. I am your course instructor Sidra Khalil, and today we are over here with our last week video lecture of modern novel. Students, you know very well that in previous week lecture we have started a novel that is written by James Joyce, and the name of the novel is A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. In previous lecture, I taught you people about the introduction of the novel, writer, summary, character analysis of the main characters, and we have already also done title significance. So in today's lecture, we are going to start with the theme of cause and commotion in A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. So this is our today's video lecture topic, that is, again I am repeating, theme of cause and commotion in the novel. So cause and commotion operate at both psychological and social levels in the novel and reflecting Stephen Dadler's fragmented inner world and the instability of Irish society. From childhood, Stephen is surrounded by confusing and conflicting forces. These are actually family disputes, religious doctrines, political ideologies, and institutional authority, which disrupt his sense of order. So these are the factors that cause chaos in his personality. The Christmas dinner scene is a major instance of social and ideological chaos, where religion and politics violently collide. Dante's condemnation of Parnell and Mr. Casey's angry defense result in emotional turmoil. They were all shouting now, voices crying out in anger. This moment exposes Stephen to a world where authority is divided and truth is contested, creating confusion that deeply affects his developing consciousness. Stephen's adolescence intensifies this course through moral conflict. His indulgence in sensual pleasures leads him into spiritual disorder, marked by guilt and fear. The Hellfire sermons during the religious retreat represent psychological commotion at its peak, as Stephen becomes obsessed with sin and punishment. Every word of it was for him against his sin, foul and secret. The whole wrath of God was aimed. These are the lines from the text that are telling about the theme of chaos and commotion. His terror of eternal damnation creates emotional paralysis and inner chaos. However, this disorder later shifts into intellectual rebellion when Stephen begins to question religious authority. Ultimately, chaos becomes a necessary stage of transformation, pushing Stephen towards self-awareness and artistic independence. The novel suggests that creative identity emerges not from stability but from struggle and conflict. This is a theme of chaos and commotion of the novel. Next, I am telling you about the symbolism in A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. So, symbolism is central to the Joyce portrayal of Stephen's psychological and artistic development. One of the most dominant symbols is flight, derived from the classical myth of Daedalus and Icarus. Stephen's surname Daedalus symbolizes artistic craftsmanship and the desire to escape confinement. This aspiration is expressed when Stephen revolves to break free from societal constraints. The line from the text is there, I will try to fly by those nets. Here in this line, the nets actually symbolize religion, nationality, and family forces that restrict individual freedom. Bird imagery is also used there. Bird imagery reinforces this symbolism of flight and artistic transcendence. Stephen's vision of a bird-like girl at the beach becomes a moment of aesthetic revelation. A girl stood before him in midstream, alone and still, gazing out to sea. This scene symbolizes in the novel about the rebirth and artistic awakening, marking Stephen's rejection of religious guilt in favor of beauty and creativity. Water functions as a complex symbol throughout the novel. In childhood, it represents fear and vulnerability as Stephen dreads being pushed into the cold water at Clongowes College. Later, it symbolizes spiritual cleansing through confession. Finally, at the beach, water becomes a symbol of liberation and renewal. So there are many symbols. Another is the light and darkness symbolize knowledge and ignorance. while language and music symbolize artistic expression. Stephen's growing sensitivity to words reflects his emerging identity as an artist. The language in which we are speaking is his before it is mine. This line highlights Stephen's awareness of linguistic colonization and his struggle to reclaim language as a tool of artistic freedom. So these are some of the symbols of the novel. So now the next point that we are discussing, that we have to discuss on the novel A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man as a Bildungsroman novel. Bildungsroman is what? Actually, the novel is a classic example of Bildungsroman. It is a novel that traces the psychological, moral, and intellectual growth of a protagonist from childhood to maturity. This is a literary technique. German technique is there, in which we discuss about there are the traces of the character from psychological, moral, and intellectual growth of a protagonist from the childhood to maturity. This technique is called Bildungsroman, and it is a German technique. So Joyce structures the novel around Stephen Dadler's gradual development, starting from beginning, that was his from childhood time period, with his earliest sensory memories, and ending with his conscious decision to shape his own destiny. The shifting narrative style reflects Stephen's mental growth as the language matures alongside him. His early confusion about identity and authority is evident when he struggles to understand his place at school and at home. He wondered whether he was right or wrong. This uncertainty marks the beginning of his formative journey towards his becoming an artist. So Stephen's education, family conflicts, and religious experiences function as a crucial stages in his development. So this thing, we can say that we can read this novel as a Bildungsroman novel also. So his unjust punishment at the Klongwes and the political cause of the Christmas dinner introduce him to social injustice and ideological division. His moral fall into sin and subsequent repentance during the religious retreat represent a critical phase of ethical crisis common to Bildungsroman narratives. The retreat sermon leaves him terrified and emotionally fractured. The line from the text is there: his soul was festering in sin. However, unlike traditional Bildungsroman novel, that we can say traditional Bildungsroman protagonist who ultimately reconcile with society, Stephen's growth leads him to reject social integration. His maturity lies in self-definition rather than conformity. By the novel's end, Stephen consciously chooses exile, declaring his independence from the forces that shaped his childhood, thus redefining the Bildungsroman in modernist terms. A portrait of the artist as a young man, we can also read this novel with another German technique that is called the Künstlerroman. So what is Künstlerroman? So actually the novel also functions as a Künstlerroman, and it is what? It is a subgenre of the Bildungsroman that focuses specifically on the development of an artist. Overall, when we talk about the overall development of the protagonist, we will say it is a Bildungsroman novel. And when we talk about the development of the protagonist as an artist, so it is called the Künstlerroman novel. So we can read this novel with both technique. These both are the German techniques are there. So Joyce presents Stephen's evolution from a sensitive child to a self-aware artist who recognizes art as his true vocation. From an early age, Stephen demonstrates heightened sensitivity to language, sound, and imagination. His fascination with words and rhythms foreshadows his artistic destiny. Another line from the text is there: he liked the sounds of the words. So Stephen's artistic awakening is deeply intertwined with his rejection of religious and social constraints. His temporary religious devotion threatens to suppress his creativity as the discipline of priesthood demands obedience and renunciation. Stephen ultimately rejects this path, realizing that art requires freedom rather than submission. So we can't impose art on the person. It is actually we can say it is a natural, it is a freedom-based. His aesthetic revelation at the beach marks the decisive moment of his Künstlerroman journey. Another line from the text is there: he was alone. He was unheeded, happy, and near to the wild heart of life. So this moment symbolizes his embrace of beauty and artistic inspiration over religious fear. In the final chapter of the novel, Stephen articulates his theory of aesthetics and asserts his identity as an artist committed to forging meaning through creativity. His declaration reflects the essence of the concerned Roman. Another line is there, I will not serve that in which I no longer believe. So his decision to leave Ireland in order to pursue artistic freedom aligns with the traditional Constantinople motif of exile, affirming the artist's need to stand apart from the society to create authentically. So modernist interpretation of the Bildungsroman and Kunstroman novel actually Joyce reshapes both forms by infusing them with modernist experimentation. Instead of presenting a linear, socially harmonious maturation, Joyce emphasizes fragmentation, inner conflict, and subjective experience. So, Stephen's development is incomplete and ongoing, reflecting modern uncertainty. His growth does not culminate in social acceptance but in artistic autonomy. So the novel thus transforms the Bildungsroman into a narrative of resistance and the Kunstroman into a manifesto of artistic freedom. So this is all about our today's lecture. Dear students, in today's lecture, we have critically discussed the novel with different perspectives. We have discussed some of the themes of the novel. Then after that, we have analyzed the symbols of the novel. And afterward, we have discussed this novel as a Bildungsroman and the Kunstroman novel. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope so that you will understand all the points very well. That in case of any issue, you can discuss questions with me. Stay blessed, stay happy. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.